Hola, it's April Yvette Thompson coming to you from Marrakesh. Hola, on a very rainy, beautiful Saturday afternoon. It's 5 o'clock for me here. It's noon for you there. And I'm here today to talk about the Dreaming Out Loud technique that I discuss in my TED Talk, Rewrite Your Story. And it's something that I found it a while ago in the assignment to write my TED Talk. And I learned so much about the way that I was already living my life. I was processing this. Aisha, baby, you can't do that. This is my Moroccan cat, Aisha. In having to write a TED Talk, they give you a subject, right? But you're supposed to talk about your life and what you've learned and lessons that you've learned in your life. And it was when I was given this assignment that I learned I actually had a philosophy that I was living by and that I was teaching people without having articulated it. And that I was writing plays and producing films with this philosophy that was driving me. People were like, how are you doing all these things? At one point in 2012, I was like basically a crackhead because I was in a Broadway play. I was producing 2 other Broadway plays at the same time. And I was workshopping my second play, a New York Stage and Film. It was like insane. And people were like, how are you doing that? And I was like, I've just learned how to dream out loud. So answers to problems creatively and in my professional life just come. I'm in my purpose. And that's what the Dreaming Out Loud technique is about. The Dreaming Out Loud technique, the first part of it, is really about looking at the things that you believe you're capable of. And then getting rid of beliefs that no longer serve you. Okay? The second part of it is to then, and that's a 3-step process. The second part of it is to look at your emotional cords. And a previous video, I talk about emotional cords. Aisha, I'm trying to have a class, honey. Go down there. In a previous class, I talked about what the emotional cords are. Each of us has 4 major recurring emotional cords. Okay? These cords are the life lessons that you've been put here to learn. If you went through and looked at characters that you have played in the past, that the performance was some of the best work of your career, and that going into audition for it was easy. And then when you left the audition, you didn't worry about it. You didn't stress about it. You weren't like, I wasn't good enough and I didn't do this. You just you knew that you went in there, you left blood on the floor, and it was magic for you. And it was a great day of acting. And you could let it go. You were not attached to whether or not you got it or you didn't get it or was this good. You were like, I left blood on the floor. I did what I was put here to do. And then you have other auditions where you stress and you worry and you freak out. And from the moment you get into the audition room, you start looking at who else is there and you figure out, oh, they're really good at this or they're going to do this better and they're probably going to get it and blah, 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 blah. And you give up all your power from the moment that you walk in. Ouch, honey. From the moment that you walk in, you give up your power. And you're like, what is it about some auditions that I'm just in it? Hi, who's joined me? I'm just in it. And then other auditions, I'm like, what is, Aisha, can you stop doing that, honey? And then other auditions, you're like, well, I don't even know where I am. What is going on? What is happening? What like, what is happening? It's because the one audition you went in for that was easy was smack dab in the middle of your emotional cords. You were in it. That's what the Dreaming Out Loud technique is about. What am I here to do as a human being? And as an actor, a storyteller, you are an acrobat of a human condition. Okay? It's your job to explore all the places that we are broken and trying to figure out our key lessons and trying to figure out what was our shared ancestral memory? What are the gifts that my ancestors gave me that were great? And then what are the broken places that they handed down to me that I need to work on fixing? Right? And as a storyteller, you explore those broken places. They are, in a certain way, your inheritance. In the same way that the great things you inherited are your inheritance. The broken places, your ancestors gave you, said, I didn't have the tools to fix this, but I made sure that you do. So can you figure this out and get it right in this lifetime? Those are your major life lessons. And when you get characters that are smack dab in the middle, dealing with the same emotional recurring chords, dealing with the same emotional conflicts, dealing with the same fears, the same joys, the same anxieties, the same subconscious things that we tell ourselves we're not good enough at. When you get a character who is living smack dab in the middle of your emotional chords, they come to you easily because your soul understands them. Your soul is here in this lifetime singing the same song and trying to get it right. You're trying to rewrite the story, right? That's all a life lesson is. I am actually trying to rewrite the story of who I was supposed to be according to the world. And I'm rewriting that story as who I know I'm meant to be. I'm going to fix this, right? Because even a broken tree reaches for the light, right? So it is that spirit in which I've approached emotional chords. And they're magical for so many of my clients, right? And I realized that Angela Lewis really is an amazing client of mine who was like, you need to teach this. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just talking. She's like, you actually need to teach this. You need to teach it. And you need to teach it now. And I was like, okay. And then she gave me an assignment. She's my client. She's like, you need to do it like this. Now, here's a 10-point plan of what I think people should learn because I learned it from you. And I was like, well, okay, Angela. And you know what? I'm going to listen to Angela. Because when I met Angela, she was playing Ingenues off Broadway because she's like this big. And she is a magical Black woman vampire who has never aged since the day she was born. So she's going to play a 18-year-old for the next 25 years. But guess what? She's not 18, and her soul is wiser than that. But she was trapped here in New York playing ingenues for decades, for like years, way past being an ingenue. She's a grown-ass woman, right? And I cast her in a play, and I was like, this is the last play I want to see you playing somebody so much younger than you. You know more than this. Your soul knows more than this. And I said it totally in passing. And then like a year later, she was taking my class, and she's like, I've been taking all your free classes, and I'm now in LA, and I have an agent, and I have a manager, and I got married to the man of my dreams, and I am booking films, and I just booked a TV show. And I was like, oh, you're going to guest star on a TV show? She's like, no, I'm a series regular in Snowfall. I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm a series regular in John Singleton's new FX show, Snowfall. And I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, and I'm playing a drug dealer and a middle-aged auntie. And I was like, but you look 12. She's like, but my soul was something else, right? She had been doing the emotional chords work with me. And she got her representation to send her, hi, Lacey. She got her representation to start sending her out for things that her soul was right for, not the way that she looked. Hi, Miguel. It was sort of amazing to watch, right? Because she's tiny, tiny, tiny. You can Google Snowfall and Angela Lewis or just search her. She looks really, really like ageless, right? But her soul had a lot more gravitas than her tiny little 100-pound self seemed to have, right? Her soul was far wiser. Her soul was much older than the way that she looked. And the really phenomenal work that was going to happen in her career was going to happen because she was playing she was doing soul work in the characters that she was playing. And it totally took off. She was in LA not even a whole year before she booked a series regular. Completely out of physical time. It's kind of amazing. And I am now putting together a Dreaming Out Loud course for the new year. It will launch in the new year. And in 2019, mid-January, right after my birthday. And before then, though, Angela gave me a really great idea. She's like, you can put people in the track of all your free classes, which is how she started taking it because she was still in New York trying to move to LA, didn't have any money when she first started picking up my free classes. And she did all of the free classes. Like, I mean, 6 months of free classes. And I would ask her, like I do in all of my newsletters, okay, here's the exercise, here's the video, here's the workbook. Send me your homework. I'll give you feedback. I offer opportunities for people to get free coaching all the time. People ignore it and then ask me the same questions. Well, I don't have an agent. I say, did you do the work that I told you in the last free class about how to get an agent? Then why are you asking me a dumb question? You're actually not ready to do the work. Because if you're ready to do the work, I'm actually giving it all away to you for free. Because my coaching rates are very expensive. I'm $500 an hour. So if you're eventually planning to coach with me, you actually should have done all of the work ahead of time so that you can really use me to finish the goal, right? Which is exactly what Angela did. She was like, this woman is offering emotional cords classes and walking me through it step by step. And then she's giving the recording. Then she's giving you the handout. Then she's giving you another free class where you can check in. Then she's got some 1 weekend workshops that I can afford. She took it all. And then when she decided to coach with me, she then sent me a 15-page dissertation. She had done all of the work. And she's like, I've done everything that you gave out for free. And this is how much I figured out. I think I'm very close and I'm ready to take the next step. Because I'm really up for a role. I want to say no to another role, but I actually really, really, really want to be able to go to my reps and say, I need to play the role in within my emotional cords. And she's like, and I don't have the language for that yet. I understand the process and the technique because I've been doing the free classes. So now let's do it. And I was like, well, it's expensive. And she's like, if it's going to change my life, cost is irrelevant. And you know what? That's why she booked the series regular after being in LA for 6 months. And she had no television credits before she moved to LA. So this is how I know that being a successful actor, being in your vision, doesn't matter that, oh, you're a Black woman, there's not enough work, oh, you don't look right. All of that foolishness doesn't matter if you're on your mission. And that's what Angela was. She was like, hi, Christina. She was on her mission. And the proof is in the pudding. I could go on about a bunch of my other clients who've done the same thing. You know, Mandy Evans Brown was an actress that came to me, and she looks like the all-American girl next door from Omaha, but she's really an ass-kicking tough girl from Jersey. And she's like, they keep sending me out for this like mamsy-pamsy bullshit. She's like, I'm a tough white girl from Jersey. I will kick ass. And they keep sending me out for the girl that's waiting for her boyfriend. And I was like, you got to teach them what your emotional cords are. And we worked on her emotional cords for a year. And she's like, well, I can't find work that I really, my soul can dig into. So I said, well, then you need to make it. Oh, I don't know how to write. I was like, well, we need to come up with an idea for a character, a storyline, a character arc, and then we need to interview some writers to write a script for you. She's like, I can do that? I was like, yeah, and I'm going to walk you through it. And we're going to raise money for your script. She's like, I can do that? I was like, yes. The result was Pickup, written by Jessica Blank, who actually now has another movie out called Almost Home that's doing the theater circuit, and she wrote The Exonerated, and she's an amazing writer, director, TV actor. She interviewed, she wrote her script Pickup. Pickup is now doing the circuit. Mandy has won minimum 6 Best Actress awards. Why? Because the script was smack dab. The characters struggle with being a soccer mom in the suburbs was when really she was trapped inside of this like tough body, and she was acting it out by being a sex addict and putting herself in dangerous sexual situations. That was the character that Mandy and I sussed out. And we got to these emotional chords by exploring lots of different angles, different movies, different films, different stories, different actresses, different music, different plays, different character arcs. We did a lot of work for a year until we found her chords, and we got really, really, really specific. And the result was she made her career. Again, another actress who had no major TV and film credits. All she had was a clear understanding of what her soul was put here to do and how she could, Aisha, and how she could play characters like that. It's great technique. So I'm going to give you an exercise before I leave today. I want you to do it. Before that, there's a link here called the DreamingOutLoud.com/DreamingOutLoud tools sign up. Okay? I want you to click that link and I want you to sign up. Because what you're going to get are 3 videos. and 3 mini lessons. Each video has 1 or 2 handouts for you to complete at the end of the video. It has a lesson plan. It has steps for you to take. And you have to start with video 1, video 2, video 3, because they all lead you down a path. And at the end of each lesson, Aisha, stop playing. Aisha, stop. Aisha, say hello. Aisha, say hello. And stop being a maniac. Okay. At the end of each lesson, there's a link that you can click and you send me your homework. I'm going to be doing a series of free emotional chords classes, the Dreaming Out Loud series, between now and January. The people who send me the work done completely, I will give them 1 free coaching session live where we work out number 1 of their four chords. But you have to do all of the homework. The first 3 videos are just the start. As you send me your homework, I will send you more assignments and we'll build, right? Technically, if you had to, you could do all this work by just following the lesson plans and all the free stuff that I give you. Which is what Brittany Mirabile booked her first major film, The Purge, after, working on emotional chords. They did all the free stuff and they was like, I've gotten as far as I can. I'm ready to do private coaching. I wanted to find a way to make this stuff available to people who couldn't afford private coaching off the bat. Give you time to save up money. And even if you were going to do private coaching with me, I give you 16 weeks of homework to do ahead of time so that when we get together, I can give you maximum results because you've done all the work. I can just plow through it and give you notes, restructure it, rethink it, retalk it, and then, come back with, okay, this is a chord. Now, how do we package this into a script for you? How do we package this into a ouch? How do we package this into a website for you? How do we package this into a set of headshots for you? How do we create a photo shoot for you to show your chords, right? It's a whole branding thing. So I'm going to give you, I want you to sign up. I want you to start doing it step by step. Send me your homework. I'll give you feedback. And I'm also going to add the link to a survey. So if you want me to answer your questions specifically, I'll be coming back once every week, once every 2 weeks. 1 week I'll be in the Badass Actor, 1 week I'll be in the Badass Writer, another week I'll be in Rewrite Your Story. Because the Dreaming Out Loud technique is for actors, writers. It's for people who want to change their careers and start their own business. It's for human beings who want to learn what their life lessons here are so that they act as a guide to the next chapter of their lives, so that they're in the driver's seat, really, of their lives and not waiting around to be told what their story is from someone else, but already knowing what your story is. That's what makes an actor who walks into an audition badass. Just that. Knowing what your story is, knowing what your purpose is, knowing what you were here to to do and learn this time around. Because once you know that, once you know your purpose, saying no to things that no longer serve you, easy. Saying yes to things that are in the pocket about who you are, magic. That's what you carry into the audition room. That's what you carry with you on set. That's what you carry with you on the red carpet. There's no more fear because you're in your purpose. So whatever happens in that room that's outside of your control is irrelevant because you're in your purpose. And as long as you're in your purpose, you're going to manifest your destiny. But that can only happen if you're in your purpose. And that's what the Dreaming Out Loud technique is about. I give you permission to dream out loud about what's possible for you, not what other people think you're capable of. Because what other people think you're capable of is none of your damn business. Okay? What other people believe about you is none of your damn business. The only thing that you need to concern yourself with is the breadth and scope of your imagination about who you can be in this lifetime. And you can't figure that out listening to other people. Listening to other people's ideas of who you should be, you just spend your life trying to live up to their ideas. And that's exhausting. It's time to explore what the idea of you is from your heart. Because that's the guide. That's the lesson plan. All is within. I hope to see you guys soon. I hope everybody signs up and starts sending me their homework. I'm so excited. I will be here next Saturday talking to writers. You can listen in. It's the same information, the same exercises. I would love for you to come back and tell me what your questions are. based on the 3-video class that I've already set up, because your questions will help me structure the next set, right? Do it now while it's free, because in the new year, this class is going to be a couple of $1,000s. Okay. So the free stuff that you're doing now is helping me shape that class to make it very specific, but take advantage of these workshops that I'm doing now, or if you start doing the exercise and you feel like, you know what, I got this, I'm ready to move, I'm ready to be ready for pilot season, then apply for some private coaching, let's do a strategy session. It's expensive, but if you do all the work first, in 90 minutes, we'll figure out your plan for, I don't know, $700, something like that. We'll figure out your plan, because you'll do all the work ahead of time. You'll send it to me ahead of time. I will map it out, and then we'll create a dreamline of tasks to get done and budget. So you have lots of options right now. You can do it in private coaching, or you can do the classes for free, but you got to stop fucking around and do it. Unless you want us to be playing cop number 4 come January. Does anybody have any questions for me? You can always post the questions down the bottom. You can go to the dreamunlock.com/dreamingoutloud tool sign up, or just go to the main page and you'll see Dreaming Out Loud and sign up for the free course. It's up, it's live, it's kicking. You can do it in sections, or you can do it all at once. Each class is like 10 minutes long. You can do this. This is easy. I see you here next Saturday. I will be on tour with the Dreaming Out Loud retreat here in Morocco, which we start on the 1st. So I will be broadcasting this class from, I think we are in Fez next week, Saturday. I think that's where we are, either Fez or Chef Shawad. So I will be broadcasting live from the mountains of Morocco. How fabulous is that? People are going with me on a 17-day Dreaming Out Loud retreat in Morocco. So I'll see you guys next week. I don't see any questions, so I think we're all good. You can post your questions here, or just sign up on my page. Send me the homework. I'll answer your questions, I promise. This is your last chance to have me like your free coach. Don't miss out on this opportunity.